What do people look for in a compact 7-seater mini-MPV for the family? Good build quality, neat packaging, a versatile seating system, a reputation for reliability, and a choice of frugal engines. Toyota's Verso certainly ticks all those boxes. While rival compact MPV makers have used all kinds of tricks to get us into their products over the years, Toyota's Verso is a car that's always approached its market with a much straighter bat. This isn't a car that you'll bring the neighbours out to admire, but it is one with a truly exceptional level of all-round competence. Toyota offers two VVTi petrol power plants, developing either 109 or 127 brake horsepower from their respective 1.6 and 1.8 litre capacities. Now, these modest power outputs are developed at 6,000 RPM, and that means that both engines need to be revved and worked pretty hard to extract meaningful performance. All of which means that if you can afford the premium, the diesels are a better bet. Now, both of these are 2.2 litre D4D units, developing either 134 brake horsepower from the D4D 140 or 175 brake horsepower from the D4D 180. Now, where these units really score is when it comes to torque, when it comes to pulling power. They've just got so much of it. Either 310 or 400 Newton meters of torque from just 2,000 RPM, pretty low down in the rev range. And what that means is that you won't have to row the car along with a gear lever during stop-start urban motoring. Another strength of the Verso's diesel engines is when it comes to refinement. It's a testimony to the technology of Toyota's D4D engines that you can hear a slight buffeting around the A-pillars at motorway speeds. And drivers of less advanced oil-burning cars would probably give their eye teeth to hear the wind buffeting the bodywork, as it's invariably drowned out by the droning rumble of their engines. These are diesels that you could generally mistake for petrol units were it not for the great swell of mid-range torque that you get halfway through the rev range. To be fair, on paper performance is impressive with all the engines bar the entry-level 1.6. The 1.8 manages rest to 60 in 10.8 seconds, but remember its high revving characteristics when you compare it to the D4D 140, which makes rest to 60 in 9.4 seconds, or the D4D 180, which makes rest to 60 in just 8.8 seconds. On the road, the Verso handles quite sweetly. The high-sided body is well controlled in corners and the steering's quite direct. The ride is a little firmer than you might expect for a people carrier of this sort, but many rivals are set up to obliterate imperfections in the road surface at the expense of composed handling. Whether you prefer this Toyota setup will largely be a matter of personal taste. Unlike some similarly sized rivals, the Verso can seat 7, and all 5 rear seats fold into the floor to create a totally flat loading surface. Now that means that if ultimate carrying capacity is required, you won't have to be hauling heavy seats in and out of the vehicle. A lot of thought has gone into this system. Not only are the seats the lightest in their class, but they fold down and clip up again with a simple one-touch action. Now, as tends to be the case with compact 7-seater mini-MPVs, there's not a huge amount of space for adult-sized persons who are sitting in the rearmost row of seats. However, you can extend that by getting your second row of passengers to push their seats forward, as I'm doing here. Now, with all the seats occupied, which is likely to be a fairly unlikely scenario for typical buyers, then you've got just 63 litres of luggage room at the back here. But fold the second and the third row of seats forward, and that figure rises to a massive 1,563 litres of space. Now, there are nice touches everywhere. I like the way that these seats in the second row can be reclined for really long journeys. You've got cup holders even for the rearmost passengers in the very back, and holders that will accommodate full-size bottles in the doors for the second row of occupants. Everything is resoundingly tough and well built, and you can be pretty sure that this Toyota is a compact MPV that isn't going to wilt under the day-to-day pressures of family life. The controls on the dash are clearly laid out and easy to use at a glance. The materials quality is very good, even if some elements of the storage could be slightly better. Now, this car is certainly safe. It's got a 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating on the independent tests, and one of the reasons for that is that there are no fewer than 9 airbags in here and fitted across the range. You've got 2 front airbags, 4 side airbags, 2 curtain airbags up here to prevent the glass from coming in your face in an accident, and there's even a knee airbag to stop your legs from hitting the dashboard in the event of an accident. There are also ISOFIX safety fixings for child seats on the benches back there, and you've also got anti-lock brakes, of course, fitted across the range with electronic stability control on some of the pricier versions. As you would expect, prices which lie in the £15,000 to £22,000 bracket are directly comparable to rivals like Vauxhall's Zafira, Renault's Grand Scenic, Citroen's C4 Grand Picasso and Volkswagen's Touran. All Verso models come with features like an MP3 compatible stereo, air conditioning, electric front windows and electric wing mirrors. Further up the range you can expect to find features like electronic stability control, dual zone climate control and alloy wheels. You can always buy a Toyota and be reasonably confident that it's not going to cripple you financially with repair bills as soon as the warranty runs out. The used car market too has a healthy respect for the Japanese manufacturer's reliability record, and the depreciation blow is softened as a result. The diesel engines are unusually large for the sector, so you won't get the fuel-supping performance that you might find in some alternative compact MPVs. But then they won't offer the Verso's level of performance. The official combined fuel economy figures are, in reverse order, 36.7 miles to the gallon for the 1.8 litre petrol, 37.7 miles to the gallon for the 1.6 litre petrol, 41.5 miles to the gallon for the D4D 180 and 44.8 miles to the gallon for the D4D 140. Gimmicks aren't the Toyota Verso's style. It's a take it as you find it, get the job done sort of vehicle that over the years has been developed into a thoroughly competent package. Every aspect of it is user friendly, from the easy to operate seating system to the trademark Toyota reliability and the marked absence of the kind of niggling annoyances that drive you up the wall during day-to-day use. Yes, there are more exciting rivals, but few with the practicality, reliability and build quality to touch it. It may not be the car you always dreamt of owning, but it could be the one that you actually need.